What's the legal rule behind sampling another song?
In my anxiety.
There's a lot of misinformation going on around this topic, so let's clear this up once and for all. I'm an entertainment attorney. I talk about music and entertainment law. If that interests you and you want to hear more, follow along. I've heard people say that you can sample 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds of a song and not have to pay royalties. What is the legal rule behind sampling in music? First, we got to know some background. In music, you're dealing with at least 2 different copyrights whenever you listen to a song. The copyright in the musical composition and the copyright in the sound recording of that composition. When we're talking about sampling, we're talking about taking the exact sound recording and using it in a new creation. Copyright protection in a sound recording is really specific. Generally speaking, even if you intentionally record a sound-alike song, you're not going to be infringing on the sound recording copyright, only that musical composition one.
Just a small town girl.
When you sample a song, you're taking that sound recording and reusing it in a new work. The only way it's not going to be infringement is if fair use applies. Fair use can get kind of complicated, but the big takeaway is there's never a bright line rule for what is or isn't fair use. If someone tells you that a specific number of notes or a specific number of seconds always is fair use, don't listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about. There's never a bright line rule. One of the early sampling cases was in the 1980s when rapper Tone Loc sampled Van Halen's Jamie's Crying. Now this case settled, so there was never a legal ruling on it, but it's a pretty good example of how sampling works. They didn't just recreate a drum fill, they actually took the sound recording itself, chopped it up, and played over it. Sampling like that in today's industry is always going to require a license. There's of course always an argument to be made that you're not using a legally significant amount of one or the other copyright, but in the music industry today, you should really be clearing these uses before you publish a song. What do you think about the rules of sampling? Put your follow-up questions in the comments, and if you're interested to hear more about this kind of law, like, subscribe, and follow along. See you in the next one.